break. President Donald Trump invited Americans to be excited about the future of our nation as he closed the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee last night with a 93-minute speech that touched on all the issues troubling the United States, but also offered hope that our problems are not insurmountable. As he formally accepted the party's nomination to run for president, Trump gave a detailed reflection on the attempt on his life last Saturday in Butler, Pennsylvania. He said he will never recount the story again because, in his words, it's actually too painful to tell. The Secret Service has been under a cloud since the shooting that also killed one man, Corey Compertor, and seriously injured two others, David Dutch and James Copenhagen. But last night, Trump praised the agents who rushed to his side after he was struck by a bullet fired by a 20-year-old from a roof 450 feet away. Bullets were continuing to fly as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage, Trump said. These are great people at great risk, I will tell you, and pounced on top of me so that I would be protected. Trump did not mention abortion in his speech, but a pro-life leader this morning reminded others that he also did not touch on the subject in his 2016 speech, then put in place many meaningful protections for the unborn during his administration, including nominating 3 of the 5 Supreme Court justices who overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022. The convention featured an array of speakers who helped paint the Republican Party as one with a tent big enough to accommodate all Americans. Unity was the overarching theme, stressed by, among others, former U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley, Trump's opponent in the acrimonious early days of the 2024 campaign. After assuring Americans that Trump has her strong endorsement, Haley said, "There are some Americans who don't agree with Donald Trump 100% of the time. My message to them is simple. You don't have to agree with Trump 100% of the time to vote for him." Vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance, a freshman senator from Ohio, had a chance to introduce himself to the nation in a 35-minute speech on Wednesday that was attended by his mother, a recovering addict who will celebrate 10 years clean and sober in January. As Vance suggested holding the celebration in the White House, if President Trump's okay with it, the crowd broke into a chant of J.D.'s mom. The enthusiasm and energy of the convention was so palpable that even Trump-hating CNN host Van Jones was moved to comment, "The last time I was in a convention that felt like this was Obama 2008. In a sharp contrast to the dynamism of the Republicans, the Democrats spent the week trying to get their increasingly feeble candidate, incumbent Joe Biden, to drop out of the race, and it seems that might actually happen this weekend. If Biden decides to do the right thing and withdraw, we can expect days and days of accolades from the media about his 4 years in office. But during his speech, President Trump painted the true picture. Americans losing jobs to illegal immigrants flooding across our border in record numbers, inflation causing families to scour grocery aisles for rare bargains that might help them feed their families, wars raging in Europe and the Middle East, with Iran now fat with cash funding its proxies to target Israel, our most important ally. For too long, our nation has settled for too little. We settled for too little, Trump said. We've given everything to other nations, to other people. You have been told to lower your expectations and to accept less for your families. I am here tonight with the opposite message. Your expectations are not big enough. They're not big enough. It is time to start expecting and demanding the best leadership in the world. Leadership that is bold, dynamic, relentless, and fearless. We can do that. We are Americans. Ambition is our heritage. Greatness is our birthright. Priests for Life National Director Frank Pavone was at the convention all week as the guest of the Florida delegation, and I've asked him to share his impressions. Let's watch.
Well, hi, friends. I'm on my way home from the Republican convention. I just wanted to let you know I was very, very proud to be there representing our Priests for Life family. There were a couple of other pro-life leaders there. And, of course, the main work of the convention got done in nominating President Trump and Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance, whom we also know and have done some pro-life work with. And it was just in the observation of many who have been to these conventions cycle after cycle, one of, if perhaps not the most enthusiastic and united convention that they have ever seen. There was not a word of dissent from the enthusiastic support for this ticket. There was not a moment's hesitation or doubt on the part of anyone there that the best people to lead our country forward now are President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. The times of prayer, I was privileged to lead 8 different prayer services during the convention for the delegates and their alternates. And we did that prayer time in the afternoons prior to the beginning of each evening's session. I just want to encourage you to watch the videos from the convention. It was made once again clear that there's a very, very strong contrast between the vision and plan that the Republicans have versus that of the Democrats. It was a contrast in a record of accomplishments for religious freedom, and religious freedom, by the way, was mentioned many times in the different speeches that were given, and including by our friend Callista Gingrich, who was ambassador to the Vatican. She gave some remarks about religious freedom, as did the former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. I can go on and on about the various points that were made, but we were very, very welcome there as pro-life leaders. The discussions I had with the delegates were very, very strong. The prayer times, very, very clear about affirming the right to life, and the fact that this right cannot in any way be ignored or compromised. You're going to see these people coming from this convention now building on those principles and working day by day together with all the rest of us on implementing these policies. So we'll have much more to say to you, but that's just a brief summary. I'm very, very happy coming back from this event.